it's about that time again. You now tune into the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. You know how we do every week. We breaking it down, we chop it up, everything that goes down during the week. And as usual, there's a whole lot going down. It's your boy Tommy Guns, alongside my man Dav Noble. What up?
Yo, what up? What up? Social media land. Subscribe.
Shy Montana, aka the House of Hendrix. What's good?
What's good, man? You know, Hendrix over here, you know.
Of the House of Hendrix?
Right there.
Man. Karev Yah, Heritage Hip Hop in the building.
Happy Black History Month. Salute.
True. And shout out to Big A. He'll be in the building in a few minutes. Also, my man Sajin, aka Mayhem Media, behind the board. Shout out to him. Salute. And we here. It's Black History Month. GoodFellaz doing what we do every week for y'all. And in the theme of things, in the spirit of things, Black History Month, shout out to everybody celebrating, acknowledging, paying tribute to the month, even though we don't just need a month to celebrate or to talk about it. How do you celebrate Black History Month? The GoodFellaz, we're going to give our opinions. We're going to tell y'all how we get down for Black History Month. We also want to hear from y'all. My man Karev Yah, Heritage Hip Hop, we want to know, how do you celebrate Black History Month and what does it mean to you?
What it means to me basically is remembering that corruption goes very deep and very far. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the type of people who believe that there should not be a Black History Month. I really firmly believe that because it's real American history. So when we relegate it only to a month, there's going to be people who are not going to touch on it, but only for 28 days. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And personally, I think that if Black History Month really is super important, we need to celebrate it like we celebrate other holidays. For instance, this is just my opinion. We have Christmas songs, right? What is the Black History Month playlist? Right? If we have traditions for other holidays or special occasions, what are the traditions that we have for Black History Month? I think for it to be taken more serious by the newer generations, because they're not even being taught Black history correctly, I think we should put something in place that's a little more streamlined and authentic for the celebration of Black History Month, just like we do for everything else.
So you're not feeling it?
I love the information. I just don't like how we go about it. You know?
So you think it should be more like a holiday? Like it should be like the traditional of what people do for their holidays, they should do for Black History Month? Is that something like that?
I think it needs to be something more traditional, streamlined than just, it's Black History Month. Okay, kids, for school, you're going to do a play. And they do the same people every year, you know? Or when it's Black History Month, when it's Black History Month, then that one day we get the NBA players to do a montage of why Black history is good for them. Like, there's no real celebration of it. It's just like a 28-day supposed acknowledgement, but we have nothing that goes with it. Like everybody may do something, and it may be something individual, and that's cool. There's nobody who should tell you how to celebrate what you celebrate. But if it really is something that's very important, I don't see the emergence of let's take it to the next level and make it endure. It's just like Martin Luther King Day. Like, people have off from work and they be like, oh, I'm just not going to work that day. Do we have something in this country that really celebrates the man's life and death, except for the movies that come on? I think it's really half-assed. I think Black History celebrations, Black History Month, whether it's Hispanic, whatever it is, I think it should be more traditionalized to make it seem like it's something more important than just, okay, let's just give them something to do. And it seemed like as an add-on instead of not being something that's taken as an essential part of learning, life, celebrations, etc.
Now, shouldn't that? I see that point. I think, I guess I agree that if a group is celebrating, like I said, their culture. It's that month, and you would expect to have, I don't know if parade, like I don't know if that would be considered anything, because I know I've seen, for the other there are other groups and parade have parades and things like that. I think for me, Black History Month is more of just remembrance of like where you came from, where we are. And for me, like I don't celebrate it like in sense of like I I don't go out of my way necessarily, I think, to do anything different than I would normally do every day, because I feel like every day, like I try to embody what these people fought for.
The spirit of it.
Yeah, like educating myself, trying to educate others, trying to help people just better themselves, the community. Like ever since like even the stock stuff, like ever since I started doing that, you know what I mean? Like to me, like Black History is saying, telling my people is like, yo, let's get together, let's talk about building wealth. Like let's, in the spirit of unity, community, but me personally, I don't relegate that strictly to, I guess, the Black community. Like if I vibe with your I guess your beliefs and what your values are, like I don't know. I maybe that's why I don't really put as much into that. But my kids, like I said, I got kids, man. They actually, I'm gonna be filming a spoken word piece that they did for Black History Month. So for my kids, like I think it's important to let them know, who they are, what their history is, where they came from. Like my parents are from the South. They went through a lot of the stuff that, you people see in videos. So I think it's important to help them establish a worldview of this is who you are. This is where where you come from. This is where your family's from. This is the struggles that we've been through to get where we are today. Things like that. I think it's more about the knowledge and not necessarily like I'm pulling out books like, hey, what did George Washington Carver do? Like what, I'm not giving quizzes and not like that. But like my daughter has books on like poetry from different Black authors. So we do try to incorporate some of it, but I don't necessarily go overboard. I only do that with anything much now.
Yeah.
I think about any holiday really.
Nah, so you try to embody it 365 days out the year.
Yeah, because listen, I'm Black. I'm not Black for just a month. So I need to figure out what that means 309 the other months of the year. You know what I mean? The times that everybody else in the country isn't focused on talking about it necessarily. And I think that's where I say, like, I'm not looking for anyone else to, not saying Karev is, but me personally, like, I'm not looking for the government or really anybody to do anything more, because I feel like with this, even with this month, I'm like, that's enough information, and for you to take that and build on that for the rest of the year for your family and your community.
Because nobody's gonna care like we care, especially not a government entity or state or whatever. Like if we, whatever shade or ethnic mix, or if we don't care or if we don't put emphasis on it, the government don't give a damn. Like, I'm saying, like, so I feel you. Absolutely. Shaw Montana, what does Black History Month mean to the House of Hendrix? Do you care? Do you need a Black History Month? How do you feel about it in general?
I think Black History Month is not something that I don't really care about it.
Okay.
To me, I study, and I commemorate, quote unquote Black hit, because I don't refer to people as Black, but the people that are being referred to as Black, I commemorate and study that history all year round. And one thing that I noticed with the traditional Black History Month is it seems to me like the only history that's being acknowledged is history after we met the white man. Because it's like it's like slavery happened, and then all of a sudden they come with all these black inventors and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Not going back further in history and showing the instrumental history, the stuff that black people have done and invented and created and given to
before slavery.
Sorry, yeah, before
slavery, yeah.
Yeah. Like it's not just about, you know, these people came over here in slavery and did things, you know, once it almost seems like white people want to tell us we weren't anything until they met us. You know, and I don't like that.
Okay. No, that's what's up, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in right now. We want to hear from y'all. How do you celebrate and how do you acknowledge Black History Month? Do you care? Is it big to you? And can it be bigger? You know what I'm saying? So it's your boy Tommy Guns. Me personally, I mean, you know what it is? As with any holiday or any month that they allot to, you know, whatever ethnicity, you know, it's a start, but it's up to us to determine the value of it. What do you gain from it? The knowledge that's received, all of that, you know, because in essence, the government's like, okay, cool. Spanish people, you get this month. Black people get this month. I don't even know if Indians got a month, but eventually they'll get there. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's. I don't need a government organization to tell me how to, talk facts, talk history. You know, research.
Celebrate your
yeah,
people.
You know. What? Yeah, and granted, I'm mixed, so I'm multicultural and the motherfucker. You know what I mean? But like, I think it's a good start. Everything has to start somewhere, because before there was all this, there was nothing. And then before that, there was, we hate you. If you want to go back in American history, let's just keep it 100. So, you know, like, I'm not looking for the month of February to be the you know what I mean, this all things Black must be canon. Like, every day should be Black History Month or Spanish History Month, or however you get down, however you built, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but it's like a focal point. It's a good start where you're like, you know what? Let's take this month, if you choose, and let's go a little further than just like, you know, the school play, or, you know, I got off from work, or we dress up on this Friday. Like, you know, like,
because it's like the whole purpose of acknowledging the struggle before you is to hopefully inspire you to do something with it in the future. So I think if we're acknowledging that these things happen, and granted, we should take it and encompass all of you know, Black history through history, even talking about Africa, you know, other parts of the country, you know, it should extend out that way. But I feel like what we have is a basis, and I think there's enough in this month, if you choose to use that time to read and educate yourself. I think there's enough stories, I think there's enough examples out there of people overcoming adversity and moving forward. And I think that's what Black History is really about, is learning the people that, you know, that basically went through this stuff, and they they overcame, and it's also giving a lot of people information about things that, you know, Black people invented, that, or minorities invented that. Well, this is Black history, so Black people invented that people didn't even know invented. They invented stuff,
and making it become popular.
No minority.
Hold on 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt you, Dad, but we can't go any further. We can't even speak about Black History Month unless we shout out my man Big A in the building. Because it's not even Black History Month, and my man Big A is not holding it down, doing what he does. Big A, what up?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody can hear me. You know what I mean?
We're speaking on Black History.
The drink of the night.
Okay.
Is Bud Light. Bud Light Lime.
Just in time for Black History Month segment. So real quick, I just wanted to just say something real quick, and then Big A, I definitely want to hear your opinion just to kind of wrap up what I was saying, like, you know, like, as with anything, like I said, like the foundation, I feel like Black History Month is a good start. And it's not so much for us and like maybe our generation, because, you know, we grew up a little different, but like, I think it's actually pretty important to the kids. One thing that's dope, I just want to share this. I don't know if you can see it, but like, you know, little man, he's in school right now. And for Black History Month, they did like a cool little like thing. I don't know if you can read it, but basically it's like, you know, I have a dream. My dream is, he wrote, my dream is we all stand together no matter what the color of our skin. And this is on our
That's
refrigerator
dope.
like every day. You
That's
can't
dope.
see
That's
it. I
real
mean, because
dope.
you know, cameras and all that. But you know what it is? Like, that's dope to me because, you know, like it didn't really become as like it kind of, I don't want to say started during our generation or us growing up, but you know, it's not just for us, it's for the future and for like the kids growing up. And if they can be more aware of self and where they come from and their roots and the impact that African American Africa has had on the world, then I'm with it. And you know, we can take it, start with February, take it 365 days a year. That's how I feel about it. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Good
That's
point.
dope. That's really dope. That's good information.
Big A, what you thinking, man? You celebrate Black History Month? How do you do it? What do you think about it? That's what we talking about.
Well, in the quote of a great line of a very inspirational Black movie, I'm Black, y'all. I'm black in the black, y'all. I'm black. I'm Black 360 years, 360 days of the year, man. Listen, this tan doesn't fade. All right, so there's no hiding my blackness.
Mine
No
Tell
matter.
Sammy Sosa
Mine
that.
does.
Stop.
But all jokes aside, like
Mhm.
before, the one thing about being Black in this country is they look at you for your vicious before they get to know you, and that's just face value. Let me read a quote. This is something that inspires people during Black History, but just every day. This is from Frederick Douglass. It says, "It's easier to build strong children to repair broken men,"
Great
and that's a
quote.
strong quote. That's a strong quote.
Word.
Very.
It's very inspiring to show self-worth, to show self-dignity, not just in a month, the shortest month of the year, but to show dignity every day, to not just yourself but to your children and to the those that are coming after you. And I love the fact that we have Black History Month, because we as Black people in this country don't get enough credit. I mean,
Yeah.
we've done enough for this country with light bulbs, electricity, the internet, all this type of stuff, like stoplights. You can think about open heart surgery. All the important things in this country has had significance of
Refrigerator.
Black people. Yeah,
Yeah.
everything you could possibly think of. Like, so you just have to show the respect that we deserve. I mean, honestly, you look at it. Last summer we marched for civil rights, not big things, but civil rights, and that's been going on since how long?
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. So, I said that jokingly, I'm Black, y'all, but I mean it. Like, there's no hiding what I look like. When I walk around, people see me for what I am, and I take pride in it. It doesn't matter what you think. It's just matter what you get to know. If you get to know me, you get to know me. I mean, I got friends from all walks of life, all statuses, from rich to poor. It doesn't matter to me. It's all about self-worth, and it's about dignity. That's what I really take about Black History Month, and
Yeah.
showing that we're more than this pimps, thugs, and all the music that I'm just guilty that I like to listen to, but it doesn't show who we are as a people, as a whole.
Right. Right.
Now I
Absolutely.
need to interject because since this is my thing, I'm
Go
usually
for it.
quiet on the show, but now I got to take this from y'all. Let me tell you something. All that y'all said was all and good, but the bottom line is, how do you celebrate it? Not how do you acknowledge it? That was the main question. So there is no celebration of Black History Month. There's acknowledgement of Black History Month. Here's the difference. Okay, it's happening. Now we can do this. Now it's happening. All right, we're going to do this so everybody can get. We don't do that as a community or a country. Like I said, when Black History Month come, okay, the kids got to do a play for school. Okay, Channel 5, Channel 11, Channel 7, we're going to play the old Martin Luther King movie, or maybe Selma now because they redid one, right? We'll get Malcolm X on cable. And now, since Black Lives Matter has become a pivotal business in American society, it's now trendy to get the black fist and put it in video games, put it on movie playlists, etc. That's not a celebration. That's an acknowledgement. My question is, how do you celebrate Black History Month? Do you make a playlist? Do you do something special with your family, like a party? Do you play games with them to do this type of thing? Now, like I said, an acknowledgement is, okay, it's here, so now we do it. You don't acknowledge Christmas, you celebrate Christmas. You don't acknowledge, like the Jews, shout out to the Jews out there. They don't acknowledge Passover, they celebrate Passover. And that's 7 days. I'm not saying you got to do something for 28 days. I'm saying in this country, we have a lot of people who like, okay, it's Black History Month, and then that's it. I'm not talking about the government. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just talking about, how do we celebrate it? Is it just going to be?
Do you need to celebrate it?
Yeah,
I mean,
like that's my
yes.
question.
No. Yes. Let me answer you the question.
Okay.
Because when you celebrate things, it takes precedence. So then we know it's important. And then we build up the anticipation. We build up the respect for it. We build up the reverence. So think about this. When Christmas time is coming, what do y'all want to do? Gifts, and you can put the tree up, you put decorations and things. Now that could be a personal thing. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, as an overall thing, I don't see it across the board.
It's not like the holiday part of Christmas and any quote unquote holiday, that's the part of it that makes it, I guess, bigger. Because to me, I don't know, like celebrating Black History Month, like I'm thinking in my head, like, how do you celebrate? Because I'm like, am I celebrating the people? Like, am I celebrating, like, because I don't know. Like, I guess to me, like, not like having like a party or a get together or like to talk about Black history. I just don't know how exactly you do. Like, I know people do parties and the schools would have plays and assemblies and this and that. But I mean, I don't know. Celebrating, like, am I celebrating that I'm Black? Like, am I celebrating
does that really bring more value to it? Like,
yes.
Like, for example, with Christmas, right? Like, it's to the point where you forget that it was the birth of Christ, and now you just get presents. So is the celebrating, does it add value to the importance, or is teaching and acknowledging? To me, teaching and acknowledging is more important. Like, you don't need to have a party.
That's if you take the meaning out of it. Like I said, it's just an idea, because the question was, not only do we value Black histories, how do you celebrate it? So my thing is, if we're taking Black history and Black Lives Matter to the next level, how do we take this to the next level to have it have precedence? I'm not saying we should throw the month out. I'm not saying, I'm saying it should culminate into something big. So it really
like
is something that we take.
Example, like, what's an example that you have, like, of how to celebrate it? Like, how people should celebrate? Because my thing is, if we are talking about it here and you have something that you think, I'm like, yeah, put it out there. How can we celebrate it? Like, what examples or like ideas would you have to people who want to celebrate it?
Kwanzaa. That was made up to celebrate something that was like something else. You can have a week.
But Kwanzaa exists.
It was made to exist. It wasn't something that was already done. Malana Karinge put it out there and people made it. I'm saying that's an example of somebody who made something. Let's do something where throughout Black History Month, it's something, but we have a certain day or a certain thing that we can celebrate the entire movement. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, it should culminate into something.
Hold that thought. All these, shout out to everybody tuning in right now. All these thoughts have now culminated into us paying some bills. This is the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. It's your boy Tommy Guns. You can reach the GoodFellaz on social media. You already know what it is: internet, Facebook, Instagram, all these sites. So, Sean Montana, where can they reach you at online, real quick?
On Instagram, GOTHYQ. Also on Instagram, GoodFellaz TV.
All right. Karev Yah, Heritage Hip Hop. If you want to delve more into this subject, find out my man Karev's ideas and more of his feelings on Black History Month, you can check him out on social media as well as heritagehiphop.com. Karev, give him the info.
Heritage Hip Hop everywhere. And most importantly, we have a contest. If you want $50, make your best Black History playlist 20 songs deep, and we'll pay you.
Okay, that's what's up. Big A, where can they reach you at online, social media?
What's going on, everybody? You can reach me at social media on ADYAR, that's AHDAYAR, on all platforms. Also, you can check me out on GoodFellaz TV, that's GoodFellaz TV.
You can reach me on Instagram at DJ Tommy Guns. And of course, GoodFellazTV.com is the dopest website out. New music, latest articles, concert footage, industry news, and of course, the hot chicks. Make sure you check out GoodFellazTV.com. And last but not least, my man Dav Noble, AEP Presents. Not only does he do his thing with the photography, but yo, the Facebook group, that Facebook, man, lit. Let them know where they can reach you at and how they can get in tune for all that latest info.
All right, man. Hope everybody doing in social media land. You can hit me up on Facebook. The group is A.E.P Presents First Thoughts, man. It's a pop culture group. We talk movies, politics, fashion, stocks, liquor. We talk it all, man. And you could even catch up on some of the previous episodes of the recap on there as well. Yeah. That's A.E.P Presents First Thoughts, the Facebook group. And if you want to hit me up for photography, you can hit me up on Instagram at DAV_AEP. That's DAV_AEP.
All right, we are the GoodFellaz. This is the recap. We'll see you on the recap.